Welcome back to Mastering Sales. I'm Brent Gove, your host. So today I'm volunteering Coach Bill Rapp. Bill, turn your camera on. He wasn't planning on this either. He's shocked to hear me say this. Barton from Petaluma, turn your camera on if you can hear me and you're in your spot. Rita, and finally, Teresa, you think you're hiding down there in San Jose? You're not hiding. So Teresa, turn your camera on. Barton, turn your camera on. They all ran probably to get a drink of water. I said I'll be back in 5 minutes. So while they're doing that, I'm going to take some Q&A about sales. So if you go down here at the bottom of your screen, you'll see reactions. If you click at the bottom of the reactions button, you'll see click, raise hand. You saw how I just hand came up and it moved me to the left-hand corner of your screen. Then you click lower hand and boom, that goes away. So I want you to raise hands and go, Brent, I'm struggling with the buyer on this, or I'm struggling with the seller on this, or I'm stumped. I'm not sure what to do here. You're going to get to ask me questions about sales. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was in your situation. I think everybody can learn from it. It's going to be pretty cool. So again, Bill, go ahead and raise your hand so you go to the top of the screen. And then Teresa and Barton, unmute yourself when you get a chance. And Fidel, I'm going to call you up. Vacaville, my brother from Fidel. He is a big bear. Go ahead and raise your hand, Fidel. I'm volunteering you. So go to reactions at the bottom, Fidel, and hit raise your hand. So it's going to move you up in the screen up there with Coach Bill Rapp. So do you see how to do that in reactions? Hit raise hand, and it's going to put you right there. You are, baby. So the rest of you chickens, I want you to add, because you're like, well, I don't want to even say anything in front of anyone. If you have a luxury real estate commercial or commercial real estate question, or you're in the middle of negotiations, your buyer's freaking out, the seller's freaking out, or you're not sure how to get them to sign the listing agreement or whatever, or make an offer. They just keep looking, they won't make an offer, or the seller won't adjust their price. So I'll come to you, but you got to raise your hand. But I'm going to start with Bill. Bill, now you're a coach. How long have you been in real estate, Bill?
Since 2009.
2009. So you've been at this 14 years. And neither one of them knew I was going to do this. So I'm just springing it on them, but they're both masters. I could do it. So Bill, what do you think is the number one struggle you see that agents have in real estate? What is it you see that as a coach that holds people back?
It's a hand in glove. It's stepping out and just doing the activity. But the big one, it's always the lead gen and then the follow-up. Just being consistent with the lead gen and the follow-up. And I think that a lot of things get into the way of what that is. There's so many other things that become a priority. But it's just having, I always look at it as lead generation, just having conversations. We're just talking to people.
Yep. I'm going to key on this. Gary Keller says, and which you can't talk about Gary Keller and say something nice. Yes, I can. He's a brilliant guy. Now, there's no future. You're just on a treadmill going 70 miles an hour and you're going to get tired. But as far as sales, he is correct. He says the number one thing you need to master is lead generation. If you master lead generation, people are blowing you up to list their home, you're going to make money at real estate. They're calling you up going, I got to buy a home. I want to buy a home. And my sister bought a home for you. My friend from college bought it. I want to buy a home to you. I just sold a home and did nothing and made like $10,000. I had one of my Drew, who works for me, show the property, write the offer, put it in escrow. He's on salary. And I probably made $14,000. I spent 5 minutes. You want to make $14,000 for every 5 minutes? There's a way to do it, right? And so I referred Becky to Drew. It might have taken 120 seconds, 2 minutes. And I got to go figure it out, but I probably made $14,000 for 2 minutes. I don't think attorneys charge that. Well, attorneys aren't, they trade time for dollars. I own a business. And so Gary Keller is right, though. If you'll learn how to master lead generation, get over your phobia of calling sellers or calling buyers, and you master that, it becomes easy. Write this quote down. If you build it hard, it's easy. If you build it easy, it's the hardest thing you ever done in your life. It's kind of profound, silly stuff, but isn't that true? Like if you go hard at the gym and you're lifting out, you're working out. I mean, Tom Costello is a great friend of mine. He's on the Zoom. The guy's chiseled, man. He pulled his shirt off, and even I was impressed. I mean, he's got like a 6-pack. He's got a 12. He might have an 18-pack, but he looks really good. He's Krav Maga. He's super fit, all this stuff. And it's like, it's not hard. It's just work. It's not magic. It's motion. He goes to the gym. He gets up early, takes care of himself. Boom. Lead generation is no different. You got to do it day after day after day, and then it's easy and fun. Like Tom, do you enjoy working out now? Do you enjoy going to the gym and you feel like a sense of accomplishment and endorphins, and you know you're taking care of yourself?
I love it. It's addicted. I'm
Yeah,
addicted.
yeah. And so how many of you love prospecting for sellers, love buyers, and to have so much business? And but until you go at it hard, right? Because you kind of go at it this and this. That's easy. It's going to be hard. You're like, I get beat by a Coldwell Banker veteran. I get beat by a Remax veteran. Well, that ought to tick you off. And so you got to master lead gen. So thank you, Coach Bill. That was excellent. Anything you want to say before we go to Fidel?
Just kind of following that same concept. Jim Rohn talks about it a lot. You start off, you're not going to be very good at it. Conversion rate's going to be low, but the more you do it, the more you perfect it, the easier it gets and the faster you'll build.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go to Fidel, then Barton, then Teresa, and we're going to wrap up today's call. I volunteered you guys, Teresa and Barton. Get ready. I'm just going to come to you. You're all pros. We'll help you. Fidel, though, Fidel is my brother from another mother. He's in the Fairfield, Vacaville area of the Bay Area. I love Fidel. We've been friends for a long time, and he's been super successful in real estate. Fidel, how about you? Like you have, how many agents do you have down there? 20, 30 agents you kind of oversee down there or something?
Between 35 to 40.
Okay, so let's talk about the successful agents. The ones you see, maybe we'll pick about Miguel. Is he one of the more successful ones?
Absolutely.
So Miguel was just some scared, skinny kid with a wife and a baby. And I remember him, he walked in like he never worn a suit in his life, and he looked so uncomfortable, but he's dressing up. He's got a tie on his suit. Got my real estate license. And he's like, he just looked like a fish out of the water. And now he's like the most successful agent in the area because he was hungry. But what is it, in your opinion, that made Miguel or whoever else you want to talk about, like, what is it that the successful agents do that the other ones don't do that makes them who they are? Like, what is Miguel's secret, or anyone else you want to talk about? As you help a lot of people.
Absolutely. I think a big part of what Miguel's claim to fame is when he was coming on board and I was working with him, I said, you know, when you get some traction and you get a deal in the hopper, I said, act as if you have nothing. I said, because what happens is you get so happy and inundated, you can spend most of your day messing with that same deal, right? Calling and doing things with it. And before you know it, your whole day is gone and you're not prospecting. So I said, you know what? Deal with it, put it away, and get right back to prospecting. And I think that's what separates a lot of the agents, the ones that are doing numbers. They know that, okay, I can only do so much. Let me get on it and keep on prospecting. So he knows how to connect and disconnect. So he knows how to handle his escrows and then get right back to prospecting, because that's the lifeblood of the business, is to continue to get more business. So that's a big part of it.
Does it seem like he always has 2 or 3 escrows in escrow? Does he get up to 4 or 5? I know what's he run about, 2 to 3? Does he hit 4 or 5, 6 sometimes?
I think 2 to 3 is his average. He's been in the 4 to 6 before.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's selling 24 to 36 homes a year, but when you hit 4 to 6, you're up and around more like 30 to 40 homes a year. In Bay Area, he's knocking down what, 500,000? Is that the average price point or something out there? It's a bedroom community further out where it's more affordable. Is that about right? 500?
Yeah, between 550 to 6. Yeah.
6. So average commissions are running, probably 12 to 14,000 a pop, right?
At least.
Yeah, you multiply that times 30 to 40, and he was making 3, 4, 500,000 a year, but he sucked it up. I'm so proud of that guy. I'm so proud of him. Thank you, Fidel, for sharing that. That's good. Actually, I'm going to go to Teresa and end with Barton. Teresa, real quick, she's down in San Jose. We're doing a meeting. Anybody in the San Jose Bay Area? We are doing a listing. What's the name of it? Or listing class.
Master.
Go ahead.
No, we're the only one.
What's it called?
master listing class.
Yeah, master listing class taught by Sean Ward.
Yes.
He was Wall Street top 100.
Mhm.
She goes, well, I can't do an event. I don't know anybody in real estate. I go, set up the class and I'll help you get a speaker. Now she's got a Wall Street top 100, all brokerages coming in for 2 hours to teach the class. And I said, do something, 30, 40 people. She's like, how will I get people there? I heard the other day, it's almost packed out now. That means it's time for you to talk, Teresa. That was a question. Is it about sold out? That's what I heard.
My internet is unstable. I keep saying unstable, so you're kind of like going in and
Okay.
out.
I was like, why aren't you talking? All right. That's fair enough. It's probably
So
me
I get
down here in
maybe
Cabo.
so many.
Yeah, you just
But
sat there smiling at me. Oh my, I was like, what are you doing? So she's packing out that event. and
Yeah.
you
So
start.
yeah, I just put the word out, and Tim is also helping with contacting
Oh,
agents,
Tim.
and then I have another person.
Yeah, I think it is
And his
your
whole
internet.
brokerage is moving over.
It's awesome. I think your internet is unstable, Teresa. So we're going to keep going. You are breaking up for sure. I hope it's just you and not me doing that. But thank you, and I'm proud of you. Barton in Petaluma, up by Napa and Santa Rosa, up that area. Barton, you've been in real estate how long now?
2 decades, Brent.
20 years. 20
Can you believe
years.
it, man?
Barton's been doing this. So Barton's very successful. He's just steady Eddie. He's rocking it. What do you see as the defining moment between agents who make it and don't make it in sales? What are the winning habits of the agents who have their breakthrough? We've seen it all. You've been around for decades, plural. Me too.
That one hurts.
We're both working on our 3rd decade, but what is it you see?
I see it's consistency, absolute consistency. No matter what it is, whatever your pillar is, consistency within that pillar.
So being consistent, has that served you well through the years?
It absolutely has. As a matter of fact, I've proved that it's important, because when I came off of consistency here last winter, feeling a little bit burnt out, I was not prepared for the shift. Well, this past summer, I spent that doing that. I had 27 alpine lakes 2 summers ago. I just feeling burnt out in real estate. And, come around the wintertime when we turn into the new year, my industry, the business changed completely, because I had been like, I'm riding high, I'm enjoying all this business. It's all just coming to me from my sphere of influence. And then I took about 3 months off, enjoyed it quite a bit, hiked the Sierras tremendously, came back, and a few months later, this market shifted early 23, and so did my business.
Yep.
So I'm watching people in my organization here in town do extremely well in this market, and I look at them and they're just consistent, no matter if it's mailers, contacting sphere of influence, open houses, social media. And the Heroes program up in Santa Rosa is absolutely blossoming, because Morgan and Julie picked that one program, and that's what their focus is.
That's beautiful. So whatever you do it with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Be consistent, put your shoulder to the plow, rock and roll. And it does take 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days to get your momentum up and going, but push. And in faith, it just starts popping. Pretty soon, everything you touch turns to gold, but find people to run with.
Yes.
Set your goals, make them public. Tell people what you're going to do. Hold yourself accountable, and then do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's irrelevant. You grown up, mature adults, suck it up on the struggle bus. So I hope you found today's Mastering Sales helpful. I'm out in Cabo San Lucas, played golf yesterday. I got sunburned, so if I look like I have a red face, I do. Anyways, love you guys, man. Be good. We'll see you next week right here. Same time, same place. Bye for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.